Hello, pilot, and welcome back. We have round three. We have round three of our Beachhead tournament here today. It is everyone's favourite salvage mission. We've got to play it, guys, so we're going to get through on it. So let's have a quick look at who we have on top table. So we have Ben. He is running a resistance list with Lando Calrissian, with C-3PO, Ray, Gunner, Contraband Cybernetics, and Ray's Millennium Falcon title. We've got a T-70 in the flavour of Eloansi with marksmanship, heroic munitions failsafe, integrated S-Foils, and Magpulse warheads. We know how much Ben loves his Magpulse warheads. We also have Lega Fosang in the Y-Wing with Diamond Boron missiles and the wartime loadout. We have Shasa Zaro with dorsal turret, wartime loadout, and plasma torpedoes. And Chorus Capellin in the Y-Wing as well with dorsal turrets, wartime loadout, and cluster missiles. And coming up against him, we have a player that we're actually familiar with if you're watching us in round two. We've got Ned running his Rebel list. We've got Corin Hall with marksmanship, cluster missiles, R3 astromech, and servo motor S-Foils. We've got Hull Okan in the Y-Wing. This is the Battle of Yavin Hull with dorsal turret, advanced proton torpedoes, and precise astromech. We have Wedge Antilles in the A-Wing with elusive starboard slash and the vector cannons. Standard config. We have Kio Venti with vector cannon. She also does have rockets. Obviously, this is a previous points build list, and since then, the systems that we use to put the lists in don't like Kio having protons because she doesn't have enough points anymore, but she does have protons in this. I mean, we're having a debate as to whether Kio is a she or a he. They feel like a she to me, but if anyone actually knows the lore, let us know. We have Luke Skywalker, Battle of Yavin, so instinctive aim, attack speed, proton torpedoes, and R2-D2. And rounding off the list is everyone's favourite 2-point TIE fighter. We have Sabine Wren with Beskar reinforced plating. So it looks like some tables are ready to go. The top table, not quite, but we are going to be getting underway as soon as possible. It is a cool list to see, this resistance list. Ben has been toying with several lists over the last few weeks to decide what he was going with, and he's decided to go with this list. He does love his resistance, and they do look very pretty. Right, I'm just going to give the guys a shout to let us know. Let them know we'll be starting very shortly, so I will be going off mic for a second, but I'll be back in just a moment, guys. Yeah, we obviously saw how powerful Ned's list was against a big 3-ship build, but it's 5v6 on ship count this time, and it's going to be very different. Those Y-Wings are quite powerful. With the wartime loadout, they have 9 health each. Like, that's brutal. High Mark, yes, love Ned's list. He's been flying it for quite a while. Shopping and changing with certain things there. He did have Hera in at one point, but he took Hera out and swapped in Corin. But he's practiced with this list really well. Oh, he's saying that Tim, who is currently submarining on table 5, absolutely destroyed him Thursday, and that's what caused Ned to change the list. And you know what? Ned's on top table, so something clearly worked there. And again, we've got 12 players here at Beachhead in Bournemouth in the UK. For those of you watching around the world, it is currently 1 in the afternoon for us here. This is game 3. We have 2 more games coming after this, so we've still got chance engagement and then our lucky roll to see what they get to play again. Everyone hopes that it's not salvage again. Oh, but we have some interesting setup. Looks like a little bit of a joust being set up so far, so that's going to be quite fun. Now, for those of you that went in on the last round, we know how much you guys love your stats. So, just to confirm our player breakdown, 12 players with 3 players running Rebellion, 2 players running First Order, 2 running Resistance, 2 Scum, 1 Separatist, 1 Republic, and 1 Empire. So we do, in fact, have all factions represented here today, which is nice to see. In the You don't always get that in lower points. So an interesting question just came up there with Luke Skywalker's attack speed ability, because it allows you to do a boost, and does that count against if you've got a crate? Do you have to drop it? Now it doesn't say boost action, so as far as we're aware, attack speed is good, kind of like the ailerons on the Reaper and Striker. So that's something to consider, actually. That could be quite fun. Looks like we are just waiting on dials going down on top table, and then we will be getting underway for this round. It's going to be an interesting one. Sabine is off up the top, but everything else is sort of down towards the bottom. So far, the players have been quite nice. None of them have set everything up all the way at the top, so we haven't been able to see it, which is sometimes happens, and we don't have a second camera or the ability to really quickly switch it round. But while we wait for those dials, guys, just to let you know that if you do like what we're doing here at Out of Arc Gaming, you can support us on Patreon. We have the link in the description below. If you join us at our lowest tier, you get a shout out in the next video. If you join us at our tier 2, you'll get your name in the outro of all of our videos. And if you do join us at our top tier, you can actually suggest a list for us to fly. So you can tell us exactly what you want us to fly on the channel, and we will do our utmost to get that on there. You do also get access to our Discord and our regular updates as to what we have going on in the near future. So that's the link for Patreon is in the description below. But I think we are just about to get underway. So I'm going to go off mic and get our players ready to go. We'll be back in 1 second for turn 1. And they're off. So salvage, it's going to be an interesting one. So some system phase moves coming in. We have our first I1 on the stream today with Chorus Capellum. So let's bring up the list so we can actually have a look and see what these ships do. So this list is named Lando at War. As I said, it seems to be quite a popular list, but we've got Chorus Capellum in the Y-Wing. So before you engage, you may choose one ship in your firing arc at range 0 to 1. If you do, transfer 1 green token from that ship to yourself. Which is quite nice at I1. If those tokens haven't been spent, it gives you an additional token there. Now, obviously, they've got the wartime loadout on there, so that is giving them the extra shields and some extra actions and slots. So you gain the torpedo and missile slot and replace your ship ability to the devastated barrage. While you perform a missile or torpedo attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, your crit results cannot be cancelled by evade, which is really nice. We've got Shasa. Zaro as well. After you defend, you may choose a friendly ship in your rear arc at range 0 2 and 1 of your green tokens. If you do, that ship gains a matching token. Again, really nice. Really nice ability there if you've got those tokens. Really token efficient. Lega. Always seems weird. Say Lega Fosang. While you perform a primary or turret attack, you may re-roll one attack die for each friendly device or calculating friendly ship in the attack arc. So we might see some calculates getting out there for Ben. Then we've got Eloassi. We are all very familiar with Elo. He is a popular one. After you reveal a red talon roll maneuver, if you have 2 or fewer stress tokens, treat that maneuver as white. So super efficient in the moving with Elo. He's a bit nasty, but we like him. And Lando Calrissian in the Falcon. So Lando's ability, after you fully execute a red maneuver or perform a red action, you may spend any number of charges to choose that many friendly ships at range 0 to 2. The chosen ships may perform an action even while stressed. So this ship is all about this list is all about the action economy. And obviously, we've seen this Rebel list already on the table. It's got a lot of munitions. As I say, Kia Venti does have proton rockets on there. We are using the older points. We haven't gone to the new points because a lot of players had already practiced and submitted their lists. So we went with the old points. Prockets on Keo, with Prockets on an A-Wing is always scary. And it's an aggressive move, and we've got the attack speed move up from Luke as well. So no holding back here from those rebels. They're getting into a really nice position, ready to spread the damage all across everywhere. More cautious approach coming from the resistance, and I will say that the bright green accenting on those ships is absolutely lovely. I mean, I am a massive fan. Green is one of my favourite colours, and the bright green accenting is really nice on there. But it looks like no shooting at the first round, despite how aggressive Ned has flown up. So still obviously having going to have to decide who is going to grab those objectives. Now, obviously, we're all familiar with salvage. It's not a terrible match, a terrible scenario by any means. If you fly AC ships, it's not great, but if you've got ships that don't barrel roll or boost, then you're going to be okay. So obviously, you'll have to do an action to capture one of those crates. It does mean then, as I said, you can't barrel roll, boost, cloak, or slam, or gain cloak tokens. Now, if you do suffer a crit damage, you will drop that crate. And that even matters if you have shields, because although you don't take a critical damage, you've still suffered a critical. So, upgrade cards that are quite nice in this, you're looking at like marksmanship, is a great one. Proton cannons, proton torps, prockets. All of those lovely proton mechanics are great for stripping shields and removing salvage crates. That's quite nice as we're playing up here at the BIC. We do have Joker Squadron in their fantastic cosplay wandering around. We had Obi-Wan and Vader having a nice chat, which was very surprising. Clearly, they'd had a nice coffee and settled their differences there. And we also have Rey, some stormtroopers, and many other wonderful characters from the Star Wars universe wandering around, which feels great when you've got people playing Star Wars games in front of you, and there are Star Wars characters wandering around. That is an ideal for us. We love that. Second turn is always a very important here. Here we've got a little bit of a. Next is the dice tray just creeping into the shots. Let me just quickly There we go. So, as I said, second round, this is where it's going to get really important. Both players, they started their approaches. Do they commit to what they were doing, or do they readjust? Ned's got quite a nice position there, I think. He's got it pretty solid. So, it's going to be Ben taking the initiative going into turn 2. Let us know in the comments who you are rooting for at these two lists. Are you a Staunch Republic, Staunch Rebellion player, or are you voting for the more modern Resistance? As an Empire player myself, I just hope they blow each other up. Yes. It's nice seeing like a good amount of ships on the table as well, with different loadouts, some different interesting stuff. Like I said, we've got 12 players here, no mirror lists. We have some similar things in this. So we've got a couple of Hans, but we've got a Battle of Yavin Han and a custom loadout Han. We've got, if you saw the second game we had today, we have dual gauntlets and a fire spray. We've got 4 T-70s flying down there. We've got a 6-ship Republic list with 2 arcs, 2 Y-Wings, a V-19 and a V-Wing, which is really cool. There is Mandalorian has appeared with his Razor Crest as well, with Lebo, 2 Mining Guild ties and a Z95. We've got a couple of First Order lists. Multiple silencers around. We've got a couple objective captures there, so Sabine doing what Sabine is wanting to do, getting around the outside and capturing the objective. It's a good ploy, that. It's 2 Y-Wings with their objectives on there as well. Now, looking at what we have on Ned's side, it's that marksmanship, the advanced proton torpedo, and the protons and rockets. That's where it's going to be dangerous for Ben. If they can get their crits through, that is going to be objectives dropping all over the place. So we'll have to wait to see how that goes. Now, those Magpulse warheads as well are really good for stripping objectives. Ben loves his Magpulse warheads. They hit hard, they hit well.
My first coordinate will be
Ooh. C-3PO doing C-3PO things here. So 3PO, while you coordinate, you can choose friendly ship beyond range 2. If they have calculate on their action bar, after you perform calculate or coordinate action, gain 1 calculate token. So again, we said this list was very action efficient, and it is proven to be so here. That is a lot of locks on wedge there. Could be dangerous. A-Wings, they might have a good amount of green dice, but they don't have a lot of health.
I've got the R3.
So Cornwall using his R3 aspect to get a couple of locks. R3 aspect is a great aspect. I think you look at your basic aspects, R3 and R4 have just got so much utility to them. It's almost, unless you have a lot of points to invest, you almost don't want to take anything else. Double locking, getting more blues, it's all good in my eyes. So you've got the BB Astromechs, which give you those system phase moves. You've got the R2s, which will allow you to get some more health. But you know what? I really am a big fan of the R3 and R4. So Elo is going back pulse into wedge. So that's 3. Here's a tough one. Spend the focus, take no damage. Hi there. Is it whacking or whacking? Whacking? I'm never sure, but I apologise if I'm brutalising you. But welcome into the stream. We are in turn 2 of round 3, and it looks like everyone is trying to kill Wedge. So that's a shield down on Wedge. Yeah, we are using the current points at the moment, not the new ones. They don't go live till the 23rd, and a lot of our players have been practicing these lists in preparation. Only a couple of things were affected by that here. We've got Keo on this table, not enough points for Prockets, and we have a Han Solo build that is no longer viable. But other than that, most of the other stuff was fine. Another reason we didn't do it, we didn't want anyone proxying Battle of Endor just yet. Although it's really cool, we want to see it, we thought we'd wait for Battle of Endor to actually come out before we let it up into the wild. There you go, just double checking that bullseye to see if Marks and Chip triggered to drop that crate. Lucas going with his protons. Oh, that's a really good shot. So that's 3 shields into Lega, and that is the objective drop at range 1 of Lega. That's big. A lot of damage, and that's an objective that is no longer claimed.
Wedge. So you're no dice. One damage then.
So another damage on Lego. Really, really put that hurt in there.
Reroll.
Ooh. Maybe a little bit of luck there for Lego. Oh, plasma torpedoes going into a wedge there. So hit for it. Ah, gonna have to spend elusive here. Yeah. So that would be a dead wedge. That's painful. That is. Not gonna lie, that's a painful one. So it's a nice early 3 points. Wedge is, especially against these Y-wings, he was quite key.
So Keo, a lot of shots at.
Connor, what we need is you here playing. So scenario-wise, we are running a salvage mission. So for those of you that missed earlier, we are running salvage, so it is capturing those objectives and trying not to get critted to lose them.
Okay, my one.
So looking to see who our next target opportunity is. Oh, the green dice have abandoned Ned. End of the round. Looks like we've got. So 1 crate to 2. So end of turn 2, and it is now 4 points to 2 in Ben's favour there, and taking down Wedge. That's massive. That's huge. Because again, against those Y-wings, he's just able to eat through them and get rid of their 1 agility. But it's now 5 ships versus 5. One of those is a Millennium Falcon. Oh look, it's Mark as well. Another local who abandoned us. Didn't come along. No, I'm joking. I get it. We have busy lives, but next time it'll be great to see you down here, Mark. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it, but in the background they've got a lot of classic theme tunes playing. We've had Indiana Jones, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars. It's almost like being on hold to a comic shop. So now what we need to see is who Ben decides is his next target. Obviously, Corin has taken some damage, so there is a good choice, but he's quite off to the left-hand side. Does Ben just continue down and maybe try and take Keo out for another cheeky 3 points, or does he go into Hole knowing that he's got that advanced proton to do that? Again, only 3 points. Other than Lando is the big piece on this board, is 7 points. Luke is next with 5. Everything else on Nez is you've got 4, 3 threes and a 2. And for Ben, you've got Elo is 4, and the 3 Y-Wings are all 3 points apiece. So there's not a huge amount of points in those individual pieces there, except for maybe Lando and Luke. So again, obviously, the objectives are going to be key in this one. There's a lot of points that they can be grabbed there. 5 objectives out there. 1 in Ned's backfield that has just been essentially abandoned. So Ben retaining first player there. So Chorus is getting right up in there. I reckon could be a nice spot. Potentially blocking either of those X-Wings unless they decide to go hard and fast past them. Oh, that is very aggressive. Now, Lega doesn't have a turret, so it has to be carefully positioned, but ooh. I like that barrel roll. That could cause Holt some issues there. Okay, so we could... Interesting. We've got 2 ships looking like they're definitely going up with blockers, and then a couple of ships coming in behind just to capitalise on that. So just make sure those sidewalks are in the right place there. Let's see, so nicely placed there from Ben with Shasta getting right in the way of Keo, so that's a block. So only potential there is the red focus. Due to the position of that crate, Ben was able to re-pick that up. Sabine is coming back into the fight, but just off of her base. Now that Speed's got that objective, there's no point in her sticking out there. She can come in and do anything. You are right, Elliot. No one does own a list. Obviously, all of these pieces are available for everyone to use. So, if you see a list that is cool, why not give it a try? Sometimes it can be quite difficult writing lists. So, especially if you're a new player and you are seeing lists and you've seen how it's been flown, there's nothing saying that you can't run that list. I think one of the great things about X-Wing in the current state it is that a lot of things are still viable. Now, some things obviously are more viable than others and a bit more user-friendly or very efficient, but there's not a lot where you say actually that's completely useless. I would never ever ever use that. There is always a place for something. Admittedly, obviously, it depends on if you're playing a standard or extended format. Yeah, I think at the moment it's definitely good to. It's definitely okay to use other people's lists. I mean, it's similar to other game systems. If you see something that looks fun and is doing well, why are you not going to use it? And here we go. Here is the Lando Calrissian C-3PO. Absolute craziness. Passing off some coordinates. I mean, Hull did well to get past Lega there. And I'm very, he's very much in the firing line. Looks like, just going to double check. Yeah, it looks like there is 3 shots potentially going straight into a hole there. Unfortunate for Lega at the moment, no shots unless Corin does something incredibly interesting, but Ned has been flying this list very well, I will add. It's enjoyable to watch him and how he's getting on with this. And again, it's nice to see Ben and Ned both locals to our store. Ben very frequent. Ned likes to make an appearance, and when he does, it's always a good day to see him. Yeah, there is a lot of action about to happen right in front of us now. Ooh. Close wings on Corin.
Focus red boost.
Oh, going aggressive. I think we are going to see a lot of shots into Lega there. We've got Keo, we've got Luke, we've got Cora, we've got Hull. So it's going to be a case of, right, they're going to start going in, causing some hurt, and then moving across. So we've got Macross Warheads going into Hull.
One crit.
So a crit, a jam.
So remove the target.
So that's one crit from Magpulse, then jamming off that target lock, which is possibly the thing that is the most frustrating about Magpulse warheads when Glenn uses against me. And then a strain on there as well. And this is great when you get a range one shot with Lando. Does he spend the calculate? Does he spend the force? Could we get 4 damage in onto Holocaust there? Could be big. Spending it all for 4 damage. And that all goes through. So that leaves him on 3 health. Now, if Lego can survive this, that could be a hold down.
Have I got? Hang on this sheet. Have I got for you and my ball? From the call or from up here?
Looks like we might have a check on a bullseye. You know what, guys? I got it completely wrong. That's not Lega back there. That's Shasta. So that's actually okay. Lega booked it out of there. I can't tell the colours apparently.
Right. Well, Luke will go into LA.
So Luke into LO. Spending a force for 3. Oh, heroic trigger! You hate to see it, but it's always funny when heroic triggers. Oh, Cora with the cluster missiles. He's in the perfect spot. We were talking about clusters the other day and how infrequently they trigger, and then they are triggering now. It's nice to see.
Okay. Spend them all. 2 crits.
2 crits. That's onto Shasta. So 1 crit going through. But that's both players have now had an objective dropped. And obviously spending another cluster missile. I believe we're going into LO. All of the evades there. I mean, I say it's always good when it triggers. Doesn't mean it's always going to pan out. And hold now from a reprisal shot. Oh, 2 on the depleted range 1 shot. Okay, spends the focus, so no damage there. Oh, it's harsh. It's brutal. So now Shasta gets a chance. Can range 1 into Hulk. Can she? Oh, 2 hits and a crit. That is big. Oh no. Yeah, so it could actually be just the crit. Okay. So focus was actually not there, focus was somewhere else. But in the end, it's 2 crits into Hull. And tracks they both go through. Let's see what they are. This could be. So we've got a wounded pilot and a damaged sensor ray. So Hull does survive. Nothing else has a shot on him, so that's. Keo going into LO. Ooh, 2 hits. Oh, all of the evades. These green dice, they've had a good hearty lunch and are now actually getting some results in there. Final shot of the round is going to be from Sabine. We've got no shot available for Chorus. Dawson turret's facing the other way. That's one more into Shasta. Need to double check. I don't think. Yeah, no shot there for Chorus. So one additional point for both players. So putting us it's 5-3 in Ben's favour at the moment. So they both have an objective. Looking at the state of play, Hull is in a very tricky position there. Score currently is 5-3 in Ben's favour. Not very high scoring on the objectives. Wedge going down was key, but there's still plenty of points available there. We've got a nice big cluster. It's going to be difficult for those ships to get out of there, to be honest. So those of you guys watching, which ship are you most excited for out of the Battle of Endor pack that's coming out later this month? And fingers crossed, if the points are dropping on the 23rd, then hopefully Battle of Endor might be coming out around just before that. But which ships are you excited for in the Battle of Endor? For us, soon TFL, 100%, but also a 6-point defender is going to be good. So yeah, again, just to remind you guys, obviously we are playing the salvage mission. This is round 3 of Beachhead 2024, hosted by Employment down in Bournemouth. We are currently upstairs in the BIC with a great view of Bournemouth Beach and the Isle of Wight, and 6 fantastic games of X-Wing going on in front of us with a huge range of ships being represented on the board. We are playing standard points. We are playing the current, not the new updated points at this point, as a lot of the list had already been sort of locked in by the players, so we didn't want to give them too many issues with them having to change what they were doing. So it does mean that when you look at the side panel, Kyo Venzi does have prockets, but not many of the lists we actually have down on the table have been affected by the points update for us, which has been quite nice. So Ben retaining the first player. Big tokens and dials are great. When you've got lots of ships on the board, they can get in the way, unfortunately, but we do love our big tokens that we've got. It's not sponsored, but we've got these from Buy the Same Token. You can get them in the standard size variant as well. But if you like to have some big tokens that you know exactly what they're doing, Buy the Same Token, you can get them from there. They are absolutely fantastic. Really good quality, really fast service. Like I said, not sponsored, but we are a big fan of their tokens. Now, if you're new to the channel and have just found us, don't worry. We've got lots of stuff for you to check out on the channel. This is actually our 401st video that we have done, so there's plenty to look out for on there. If you're looking for some different types of X-Wing content on there, we have some Mario Kart that we did recently. We also have Flight Academy, which is small lists, either one or two ships in very quick and fast heated battles. We've got some epic stuff on there. We've got some aces high, so there's plenty of videos out there if you are looking for something to pass the time when we're not live streaming. So feel free to drop a sub. We would absolutely love that. Let us know in the comments what you're enjoying watching at the moment. If you're enjoying watching what we've got on here, or if there's anything that you think, oh, actually, we haven't seen that in a while, let us know. So we've got about 30 minutes left in this round. We're in turn 4. There's been some damage spread around. Ben has been quite handy. He's managed to get Lega out of a lot of trouble there. But the turnaround is in effect. Looking at the board positioning here, wondering if Ben was kind of hoping to get that Ned would have initiative here, because that might have been actually a bit more beneficial for him. Oh, that's very close there. Kyo just managing to sit that right in front of Elo there. Kyo heard that Elo was a very maneuverable ship and decided to show off. Even though it was only a 3 hard, sorry, that was still very well flown. Very much sticking the landing there. Oh, this is where it's going to get tricky. I'm just going to... You'll end up back here. So if we
So you count as bumping into instead of the bumping. So you get no tech movement.
There we go, guys. Always fun when it's multiple bumpings.
Okay, so yeah.
And after all that, Lando now moves out of the way. He's always just causing trouble there, is that Lando. The arc on Lando as well, just for clarity, is forward and back, so does still have some shots out of the rear. Although he is rotating, so I think he's really wanting to try and make sure he gets home there. And again, the efficiency of Lando is just very impressive. It makes me wonder why I don't fly resistance more often. Yeah, state of play at the moment, obviously, it's 5 points to 3 in Ben's favour. We've got 3 objectives are claimed at the moment. We've got an objective on Chorus, an objective on Lega, and an objective on Sabine at the moment. So with just purely objectives, it's a 2-1 split towards Ben with his Lando at war list. Oh,
He's going to come that way, isn't he?
oh, it's going to be a tricky one. Oh, Right, there we go, guys. I think we got that in the end there. Hello very much missed his thing. Corin right in the way. Then Hole was in the way. Then Keo was in the way. And ships got moved. Stuff happened. But you know what? We're having fun. 22 minutes until they can go get a drink.
Okay, Luke's going to target that.
And Luke's seen all that madness and gone, hello, here I come.
And Corin is doing one to bash into it, mate.
And again, a bump from Corin. That bump would have been triggered by... Looks like that would have been triggered by Keo, so I'm going to have to roll for it. No damage, so it's okay.
So who's initiative?
So, hello, it's going to see if you can take that 1 health.
You've got
So, he gets the evade, but he's down. Holocon down, unfortunately, so that is 3 more points there for... Where's Ben even? Now Ben is obviously rotating the arms, so... So range of the care, only 1. But it goes through. Green dice today have really not been very friendly.
Luke is going to put a proton torpedo in Lando.
Right, so it's going into Lando from Luke. So 2 shields on Lando. And that's Ray spent as well.
I'll have a range 1 in up.
Corin is now just having a check to see if he does have range 2 into Lando, so... The green dice, they giveth and they taketh away. So, Hole is down. So that's an I5 step, I4 step. We've got 1 shot, and that's going to be from Shassa. Don't know if she has a time lock anywhere. Look at it, look at the number 2, but it doesn't look to be a time lock on the board for her, so it's going to be a regular shot into Corridor. Nothing.
Okay, Keo. Rocket.
Keo proper rocket into Lando Calrissian. Oh, all of the focuses. 4 damage. That is a big hit there. Big hit there from Keo.
Being your damage.
Speed. Taking the final shot of the round. Going to be range 3. Range 3 into Lega. Oh, hit crit. Oh, and it is a crit. Oh, that's a lot of stress on that Y wing there.
Okay. I'm going to do cluster missiles scoring.
Ooh, cluster missiles on the core from Chorus. He's there. He's still around.
Wrapping your camera. One.
All it needs.
Q.
My range.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was one of the Chorus. Obviously, catch that in a second. And
Spend a force for.
so Kia spends her force to only take one. Let me just double check with the guys because obviously I was fixing the camera. I didn't see what happened with Chorus shot. But objective wise, it's going to be 2-1 in Ben's favour for the objective.
Yeah, you see. The wiring is worth.
So we're looking at 10 points to 4. Just going to go quickly check those scores on the ships a second. Obviously, he was fixing the camera there. Ben, as we know, very aggressive when it comes to rolling dice.
You did.
I haven't put a force into it.
Yeah, I don't remember you saying that. No, you're good. You have finished it.
And then taking the initiative going into the next round. So, 13 and a half minutes left. Still, there's some points there to be taken. Points there to be taken, guys. So obviously Lando took an absolute beating in the last round of shooting. Would not be surprised if we see a contraband cybernetic streamer in some form of sloop.
Here is going to try the side slide. Trying to move the side slip.
Keo actually using their ability, if you have no active force, after you reveal a bank or turn movement, you may increase the difficulty of the movement. If you do perform that movement as a slice, recover one force. So that is how she is recovering her force right now. I didn't clear it, but still does count as actually having done the movement. So it does not say fully execute. It is an absolute cluster down there with all of those ships. They are just bumping into each other left, right, and centre at the moment. So, I mean, it's right under the cameras, though. I mean, I can probably just zoom in to that part of the map and we'll see everything that's happening there. But yeah, it's all right under the cameras, which is quite nice to see. I mean, I think we can all see what's happening down there, guys, potentially. So currently as well, looking at the player rankings, Ned is currently our top player, going 2-0. We have 3 2-0s at the moment. So we've got Ned, Ben K, and Wes are 2-0. So there's 2 Rebels and a Republicus. We've got several 1-on-1s. So 4 through 8 are 1 and 1. And in fact, we've just had one of the games come through, and there's a big win there for Wes. He is 3-0 at the moment with his Rebel list. Doing really well with it. So, good work to Wes there. So yes, just under 8 minutes left in the round, and
Depends a lot.
I'm going to spend Ray.
so that is a crit going through on Lando, which is a blinded pilot, and he's just spent his force. Quick judge call on something. Running around for judge calls is always fun. All of the evades there for Keo. Oh, 3 hits into Keo, that's big. Oh, that focus coming in clutch there.
Okay, so your freeze.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I went for.
Is that Keo? Keo took. Right.
Two. Not any of mine. Not by myself. He's stressed. Yeah. Huh? Sorry, yeah.
Cheers. They're going to be going into the last round. We have a dial down. Very close, 12 to 8. Falcon is hurting. Keo is hurting. If the Falcon goes down, this does definitely go into very much into Ned's favour.
Key stress. Another blue dial. Set that. To him.
Right, final round, round 6. This is going to be a tough one. 4 points in it. If Mando goes down, that would probably seal it for Ned. And that is a damage on Chorus there, bumping into Shasta.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Right, okay. One more.
So that's a contraband trigger there. Just trying to get out of dodge. Absolutely think that is the right call there.
Oh, okay.
So as I said, round 4 is coming up very soon, guys. We will be doing chance engagement for round 4.
It's when it's closed.
Oh, we've got Corin giving chase to Lando there. Luke trying to follow suit, but I don't know if he's going to clear. He does. He does clear Chorus. That is big. That's very important. Chorus is in a nice position. It would be good for the bump, but also at the same time blocks her boost really. So going into the shooting, we've got so that's one onto Chorus. Save that focus. He really wants to take Lando down. So the arc is side to side with the Falcon as well. It's very close. It's going to be. I think we're taking some. If he takes Sabine out, it's long range, and she's only worth 2 points.
Oh shit! Sorry, my
Yeah.
So options look to be Sabine or Sabine.
What's that roll?
that was one of each.
Sabina's fine there. So that so initially going into Corum, realizing that actually the arc was not there. So going into Sabine, so just keeping that roll there. This is where it's going to be tough. Oh. Two into the Falcon, just 2 health remaining. If he goes down, that's 7 points, putting him on to 15. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. That is 15 points there, even if we get some other result. I think this is Ned's game. Right, some more results coming in. So with the objectives there, that is the end. We've got about 14-16. It's not great. So 14-16 in Ned's favour. Ned's domination of all the competition continues. It looks like that was quite stressful for him. But yeah, it's 14-16 in Ned's favour there. So another Rebel victory. So there we go, guys. The Rebels are still doing well. Now, we do have 2 more rounds coming up. We are going to give the players a little bit of a chance to have a breather and then come back in for the next round. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back very shortly for round 4, so please do like this stream, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.